Hey everyone, Tony Ivanov here with another day trading video lesson, and today I'm going to go over a trade I did today on SSC, a nice little dip buy where I made $377.64. Now, not a big win by any means, but I did have some traders in my chat room make over $5,000, so I'm going to give them a little spotlight, and of course other traders who made like 500, 600 bucks as well. Very nice trade, was on the watch list that I put out every single morning for my Trade Buddy subscribers, so be sure to stick around, watch, and learn exactly why I did this trade. Now, I haven't made a video in the past few days. I was on vacation in Reno. My last video, I was talking about the next stock I was watching, TNXP. I was looking for a breakout over $1.50 and a squeeze higher. So that stock actually did break out, but it happened during pre-market. My phone went off, I apologize. That happened during pre-market, so I actually didn't get into that one because it had a fake out breakout and it just had no follow-through whatsoever once the market opened. So I'll break down that trade as well. I mean, that pattern, I never traded it because, like I said, it broke out too fast too soon and then lost all its volume. So I'll go over all those things in this video lesson. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright everyone, so today is August 24th, 2018, and today was overall a pretty good day. It wasn't an explosive day as far as day trading goes, but there was definitely some very nice opportunities, some nice profits. Let me just go over some of my student profits right now. Me personally, I made $377.64. Let me bring that up right now. So there's my account on TD Ameritrade, 377.64, with my account info blocked out for obvious reasons. And here's the orders for that as well. Here's the orders, SSC. So this AMMA trade was an accidental trade. I meant to buy and sell SSC, so that's why that's there. But you can see bought 1,000 shares at 423, took half my profits at 438, bought back in on the breakover high day of 454, and sold all out at 470. So all in all, pretty good trade. It was a pretty long trade. Took me just about an hour overall. I couldn't hold on to it for any longer because I had some morning plans I had to catch on to. But if you just look at SSC, it actually hit a high of 575. So very, very nice move today. And this is off of their news from Monday. Let me just bring up this news real fast. On E-Trade, they won a $24 billion deal to fund upgrades of China's bus system. So obviously very good news if you can have a contract with the Chinese government, and for how much it is. They're going to be profiting around $400 million directly from this one contract. So lots of revenue from this deal and lots of hype around this. On Monday, it had a very big gap up from around $2, hit a high of 420, pulled back and found support at previous high 287, 265 just about. And let me just bring up one of my students, Aston, who just completely nailed this trade. He made over $5,600 on this. He bought 2,000 shares of SSC at $3 on Tuesday at the close of market and sold at 560 for a little profit of 5,200. Sorry, not 5,600, just $5,200 with only $10 in commission. Awesome play by Aston, and we have a bunch more as well. Here's Gail. Made some good money there on SSC, and here's Tim Spires, made just under 500 bucks, and here's Frank, made 500 bucks on SSC. And there's a bunch more also that I didn't capture. So if you were in the chat room and you made money off that trade, congratulations. But I just want to give a big round of applause to Aston for just nailing that trade so well, nailing the dip buy, and holding for 3 days and making awesome profits on only 2,000 shares. So it just goes to show that even if the market does seem kind of slow, if you know how to play it properly, you can make some very nice profits. That's what me and my traders in the chat room are doing. So I didn't make the most money, but that's just fine. I love seeing my students do better than me because, I mean, me personally, I am not a perfect trader, and I know that. but I'm able to teach all my students and people in my chat room exactly what I'm doing wrong so they can learn from my mistakes and not have to make those mistakes themselves, making them even better traders than I am. So just a very awesome day altogether. So let's just break down this trade, see exactly why I jumped into it. So like I said, SSC had previous news and had a very nice gap up today. And I wanted to get in around this 420 area. So why 420? Let me just bring this up. Let me mark this level of support with yellow so we can see it on the daily chart. If we go back to the daily chart, we can see that actually the high on Monday was that same exact level, the 418, 420 areas. So I was looking for a dip buy off of the previous resistance, which should now be support. This is a very fundamental thing with technical analysis and with day trading, is that you have to understand that if there is a level of resistance broken on the daily chart, that level of resistance should act as support. So what does that mean exactly? Well, we know that levels of resistance are areas where there are more buyers and sellers usually, and that causes kind of a price ceiling. Essentially what it means is that the stock cannot break through the price. If it can break through it, it should act as a price floor. So we had this nice gap up. This pre-market, we gapped up to over 420, and we had a nice little morning spike from 420 area up to $4.50. We were holding in this area quite a bit, and then we just collapsed. We fell all the way back down. But look where we held support. We held support just around that 4 area. Now it did break down to 415, but you have to understand that this is not an exact science, and that our levels of support and resistance are not going to be exact. You have to give stocks a little bit of wiggle room to move around. So my plan for this one was to buy in 1,000 shares into this dip of 420 and use 410 as my risk. So that's exactly what I did. I bought in, I got filled at like 423, and I had my risk at 410. So risking around 13 cents a share. And my plan was I'll take half my profits into a bounce up to 440 just to make around 20 cents a share and essentially break even on the trade. So I have been trading a bit not as risky in the current market environment, just because my goal right now is not to make big profits. My goal is just to have nice, small, consistent trades. So that's why I had the plan of taking half my profits into a bounce over 440, because if I'm risking around 10 cents a share, I want to make at least 20 cents a share. So took half profits at 440, and I essentially just raised my risk as it started to move on up, allowing the stock to do its big picture move. So once we had this bounce, we had a double top at 455, and I was kind of getting the idea that, hey, maybe this could turn into a flat top wedge. So I drew a trend line, kind of just connected the dips we had here, and you can tell that after this double top of the 455, we had high stochastics. I knew that now that we hit this resistance with high stochastics, it's going to pull back. Had the pullback, and look where we dipped. We dipped and held support perfectly on this trend line, so that this is a nice and strong dip because we have the stochastics reset and now at an oversold condition. So you can add it into your shares there, or you can even enter your whole position there, and essentially held through this dip, had this nice bounce up to 450. Then we made another higher low, and look what happened. This is a very common thing with this flat top wedge. The very last dip prior to the breakout will always hold all of its in. Held the 20 EMA. We were well above VWAP. We were well above a moving average. And also, if you look at the 5-minute chart, 5-minute chart looked very, very good also. We had this nice flat top wedge forming, and that last dip held just VWAP, so that's gave it that nice power to squeeze. So once we got the breakout, I was running out of time. Like I said, I had to go and catch a more meeting. So essentially, I took my profits at the 70 mark. Right when I sold, though, it was funny. It squeezed immediately up to 490, and then it just kept on grinding all the way. Hit $5, pulled back, made another higher low, had this nice, gigantic U shape, which was perfect on the 5-minute because we can see on the 5-minute chart. Look what it did. It held its indicators, and that's very important into a late day move. Hold your indicators, hold above VWAP, hold over the 20 EMA, and then you get that next big move on up. Breaks over $5, hold number, and then just squeeze all the way up to 575 with everyone having the fear of missing out and everyone chasing. So overall, very, very strong play on SSC. And then we had some other plays as well that we were looking at to see if we could have a possible swing trade. So IGC is also a very nice one. And this is kind of the chart pattern that we're looking at right now. We're looking for these plays that have a nice recent gap up. They pull back, make higher lows, and then break over that the initial gap up high of day. That's exactly what SSC did, right? If you look at the daily chart, had a gap up, held support, then we broke out. Gap up, held support, and it broke out. And some other stocks that look like they're going to do the same thing. ABFF or ACFF. FF had a nice run up, a resistance level at the 675 area, pulling back, held support, and now it's spiking up. I'm going to be watching this one next week for any continuation. MYMMF is also one. Had one green day, so this one goes still kind of early. And then we also have some other ones to look at as well. Let me see. Look at my chat room real fast. HEMP has news too. Kind of the same thing, had a spike, holding support, next move up. And then RGSC is one to watch as well. Not exactly the same play, but overall the same thesis. It's a very oversold stock, and now it's starting higher lows as we draw our segment. Higher low. Recent 2 months, and squeezing higher lows on the chart, and actually just past the 50 moving average and the $0.5 mark. So watching this one, sure, see if we can get a breakout over 40 cents and a strong move higher. So that covers today. I want to go over TNXP real fast because I know that a bunch of you were watching this play when I made a review on it on Monday. This one, you can see that it never actually got the gap fill play. Apologize for that. I forgot to mute my phone. We never actually got the gap fill play. You can see that on the daily chart, we hit resistance perfectly at 159. Actually hit 157 on Monday. But in pre-market, it did squeeze above just a bit. To go to Monday real quick. Pre-market, it hit a high of around 168. But it could not hold its gains whatsoever. And I wouldn't want to buy into this anyway since it's so overextended all the way from the 129 area. So I wanted to wait until market open, and you can see at market open we did get a quick breakout over 150. I didn't buy into that one yet though, just because the pre-market actually made it seem like it wasn't really able to hold above 145. So we had this nice dip, it spiked up on big volume, had 3 long top wicks, and then collapsed. After that, it didn't really do anything. It tried one more time, but wasn't too confident in it, had no volume, and fell. So I never traded TNXP. It was very nice to watch. I was very close to trading it, but overall we never got that breakout over 160. So with that being said, that's going to cover today's video lesson. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you did, I do appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want some more information on how to day trade every single morning, I have a free ebook on how to day trade every single day. It's the first link down below. And I also have a lifetime mentorship program where you get lifetime access to my course, my Trade Buddy Platinum live stream, and my Trade Buddy chat room where we have hundreds of traders in there trading every single day and giving out their best tips and tricks and practices of being better traders. So hopefully I see you guys in there. There is a 7-day free trial if you want to try out just the chat room. All the info is down below. You can send me an email, tony@tonyivanov.com, and I'll be happy to help you out. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much. and I'll see you all in the next video.